guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to do something similar to an acrylic pour painting. Now most people do use acrylic paint for this technique or specialty paints that are meant for pour paintings. However, we are going to use tempera paint today because that is what I have available at my house, and typically tempera paint is cheaper than acrylic paint, so if you are interested in trying this out just to see if it's something that you want to go into more, then tempera paint is a good option. So today I am using this Sargent Art tempera paint. However, typically when I'm choosing to do acrylic pours, I will use the acrylic paint from Walmart in the arts and crafts section. It's only like 50 cents a bottle, but that way I can choose specific colors that I want to use. Typically it's teals and gray, or blues and browns, or like a dark purple and some gray and white, or some sort of combination of those cooler colors. Now if you're leaning more towards the warmer colors like reds and yellows, then go for it. They even have like neon colors if you are able to get out there, that you could probably try. You'll also need some clear glue, and today I'm using this from Elmers. I just had a big bottle of it, but if you have a smaller bottle, maybe get like 1 or 2 of those, depending on how big your canvas is, and how many you want to try. Alright, so if you're just starting out and you only want to try it out, then just 1 should be fine. So once you have everything and you're ready to get started, let's go. Alright, so here is the setup that I have. It's just an 8x10 canvas. I have a cookie sheet that has been covered with aluminum foil, and then 4 cups that will hold the canvas above that surface so that when the paint does run off the edges, the canvas won't stick to the cookie sheet or the aluminum foil or whatever it is. I've got a couple of different color combinations. So usually I would mix up my paints in cups, plastic cups, but I didn't have any. So I'm using little plastic baggies. So this is kind of like a coral color. And then I took that same color and added like a whole bunch of white. And then white. So that'll be the color scheme for one of those. And then for the other pour that we do, I have a gray, a really light blue-green, and then a blue-green added with some black added. So I don't know if that's really showing up that well or not, but that's what we're going to use. We'll use the lighter combinations for the dirty pour, which is where typically we would pour them all into a cup and then tip the cup over on top of the canvas. So I'm going to try and find, I've got 1 cup right here. I was holding my brushes. Alright, so I have 1 cup. And then for my pouring medium, I'm using the clear glue from Elmers, but you can use the white glue, that's fine. But it's about 60% glue and 40% water. And I've just mixed it up in here because I had plenty of room left over. So that's my pouring medium. So in these bags, I'm gonna mix about 50-50. So half of it will be paint and half of it will be pouring medium. So however much paint in there, you want about the same amount of pouring medium. Alright, so once you have all of your paint mixed in with the pouring medium, it should be fairly thin. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the dirty pour first. So that means that we are going to take our cup and our paints, and we're just going to start layering them. Now I would highly recommend that if you have cups available, then that's what you should use for your mixing. So I'm going to start with white, and then I'll go to the coral color. And the lighter coral. Okay. So that should be enough. All right, so the next step is to pick up your canvas. Oh, mine is sticking to these cups. And you're gonna set it upside down on the cup, press down to keep the cup in place, and then flip it really fast. Set your canvas back down. All right, now I cut a hole in the side of the cup. If you have like a little thumbtack or something like that that you can poke a hole in, do that. It just helps release some of that suction that's created. All right, pick up your cup and you'll see it start to spread the paint out. And then you just decide like what direction you want the paint to flow in. Alright, so the next technique is called a Dutch pour, and basically that means that you are applying each color individually as opposed to in a cup. So I just have a new canvas, it's still stacked on some other cups, again to keep it from sticking to the surface underneath. So let's see. I think usually I have these in cups and they're a little bit easier to handle, but what I think I'm going to do is just cut the tip off of the bag. And I'll start with the gray. And when I'm doing this, I like to carry the lines all the way to the edge of the canvas. So I'll save some of that gray in case I want it to layer on top of the other colors. Alright, so you can either leave it like this to dry, or there's even another option. Now if you had like a larger canvas, most people would use a hair dryer, but you can use like a little You can either just blow on certain areas of it, or you can use like a little bendy straw. It's my favorite because I get pretty good angles on it without having to stick my hair in the paint too often. Alright, so I just tilted it a little bit more just to get some of that extra paint off because there was still quite a bit on there. But you do get this kind of watercolor smoky effect when you're blowing through the straw or even just with your breath.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, just keep in mind there's lots of different techniques out there, and you just want to keep trying some until you find something that is right for you. I know that people can use strainers and turntables, whatever it is that you find that you want to try out, go for it and try it. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.